Well, imagine spending 2 weeks underwater in a steel box, all right, riding a bike to generate electricity and using algae to produce oxygen.
Well, that's exactly what Aquanaut Lloyd Godson just did, and Lloyd joins us now. Got to ask, just why? Why?
Yeah, look, it's been a dream of mine for a long time to live underwater, and it was just a natural progression from studying marine science and being a commercial diver and wanting to inspire children to go on and study science. So this was just a culmination of all those things.
We saw the diagram there when we were watching some vision of you here. How did it all work? How did you set it up?
Yeah, well, you can see now my pedal power generator. So there I am sort of pedaling to charge up my laptop batteries, and that's how I generated some of my power. I also had 13 solar panels on the surface. That's me taking some health measurements there. So I was sort of monitoring my respiration, my ECG, and I had a psychologist in the States who was keeping an eye on that.
Yep.
I also had a little stretcher bed where I slept. Wasn't that comfortable, but it did the trick.
And you had a toilet in there, but you were able to recycle that even?
Yeah, well, I recycled my urine through an algae biocoil, it's called, and that's the big green coils you can see there. That was how I was experimenting to produce some of my own oxygen using plants.
What was the desired outcome here, or what were you having a look at specifically?
Well, the main thing for me was to have this adventure, but to inspire children to go on and study science as a result of that, and to make them part of the adventure at the same time. So I was doing 2 webcasts a day live from underwater where kids could log on and I could talk them through what was happening and how it all worked, and hopefully I got some children out there, some future marine scientists and adventurers out of it.
Look, I'm feeling a bit panicky and claustrophobic just thinking about it. How did you actually go under there? Did it get to you in the end?
Yeah, look, the first day was a little bit, the first night actually was a little bit scary, a bit anxious, and it took me a while to be able to relax into sleeping properly. By about the 3rd night, I got it down to an art and I was getting 9 hours sleep, so more than I would normally, which was fantastic. The last day, actually, I woke up feeling not so well, had high blood pressure, and it was sort of creeping up all through the day, and we made a decision to, you know, not take any further risks for that last night. So I came out about 6 in the evening, which was exactly 12 days after I immersed myself.
What was the hardest thing about your ordeal or about the experiment?
The hardest thing was actually just getting some time to yourself and sort of focusing on what you were doing down there. Like, it got really hard talking to the visitors all day, every day. Sort of, you started to get tired and exhausted by about 3 o'clock. I just needed to have a little kip, and you know, the sound of your own voice in this little tin box, it started to, you know, I don't want to hear myself anymore. So that was probably the hardest thing. The best thing was seeing people working as a team up there and coming together, and you know, it was a huge team effort and a big community effort. So that was probably the most rewarding part of it.
And when you talk about visitors, you were hooked up via the internet and so forth, so people could see you and watch you. It was a very Big Brother experience. I understand this may lead to something.
I hope not, no. I had video cameras inside, so the people to the shore could actually watch me from 30 metres away, and they could see the roof of the habitat just below the surface of the water. So they could ask questions, and I gave them a little tour, and then I had the kids online, of course, who came to get a bit of a tour with the webcam.
But I understand, I read somewhere that there's a Canadian production house interested in doing some sort of reality thing?
Yeah, oh, well, not so much a reality thing. They just really liked the idea of it, and now they want to turn this into a science series. So having me as a host presenting these wacky ideas where I sort of live out these adventures and involve children, because that was one of the that was sort of like a major part of it. I tried to involve children as much as possible. So we had kids fly out from the US. There was 6 kids and a teacher who got a grant to come and build part of my habitat. And yeah, so that was a key factor, I think.
Well, who would have thought it? You did. Where to from here?
Oh, well, hopefully another adventure. My partner Carolina's from Greece, so we're planning one in Greece in August, September. So yeah, stay tuned for another exciting adventure, not too far off.
Well, good on you. Yeah. I think it's great people following up their dreams and aspirations. In this case, your experiment. It's good to see.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Being with us.
Yep, no worries at all.
Thanks, Lloyd.